How do you work 40 plus hours per week without dying?
When you have work that involves thinking, the time goes by pretty fast.
I worked in construction for a summer, and as long as I was busy, time flew by. I used to work 50-plus-hour weeks sometimes.
Yeah. The worst part is realizing that there's not really much time left in the day to do fun stuff when you get off, or you're too tired.
My problem isn't working the 40 hours per SE. I enjoy my job and the hours tend to go by quickly. My problem is trying to get everything else done with the time remaining. I have to keep my house clean, grocery shop, cook for myself, do laundry, exercise, keep my car clean, maintain my hygiene, and still try to sleep 8 hours a night. And then there's other stuff that comes up, like car maintenance, getting my taxes done, getting my hair cut, renewing my car registration, etc. And on top of that, having time for hobbies that make my life worth living would be nice. The 40-hour work week made a lot more sense when one spouse went to work and the other maintained the house. I'm single and everything is on me to do.
That's rough. I remember those days. I used to be pretty hopeless about all of the necessity of living stuff, and I suffered as a result. For me, it took getting married to a mildly more organized than me person to help. She works 40-hour plus per week as well, and we have a kid now, and we still barely keep it all together. Chaos just seems to be unavoidable.
I'm glad you understand. Some of these condescending comments about how I'm uniquely bad at life were making me think maybe I am. Ha ha ha. I also have 2 dogs and they take up a ton of time since I'm solely responsible for their care and exercise as well. But yeah, it's one of the many reasons I don't want kids, because I know I can't manage it.
It's important to learn what tasks need your full effort and which you can just mail in. I'm pretty young, and I've found my peers in the workforce really struggle with perspective. They worry whether one metric on one slide is correct and spend days working on it. If they'd put in a best guess and disclaimer, nobody would have cared, and they might have spent the extra time doing something above and beyond to impress. Once you have a good reputation at work, it's a lot easier to slack off when you get the chance or need to. But yeah, it's one of the many reasons I don't want kids, because I know I can manage it.
Yeah, this is really hard to teach people. You need to work hard on the right things in the right way. A lot of people think just working hard is what they should be doing, but you can be working hard and not doing great at your job if that work isn't being applied properly.
It took me a few years to understand that I didn't have to get everything done. The art is choosing the right things to fail so the most important projects succeed.
I used to work 40 to 60 hours a week by being strategic with my days off/holidays, and with my breaks. For example, an extra 2 hours at the end of the day, on top of my usual shift, wasn't too bad when it came with another 15-minute break to break it up a bit. You think of your work in blocks, so in the morning you're working while thinking of that breakfast break, then that lunch break, etc. Then you go home and sleep, and if you're working towards something, then you just focus on just getting those hours done. And of course you don't put everything you've got into the job, do your work and no more. Lots of water breaks and bathroom breaks help too. I worked in collections then, so it was understood occasionally we had to take a moment to compose ourselves after a particularly nasty case too, basically any opportunity to take a little time out.
This, but also if your work is on a computer and the company doesn't watch you too closely, you can do a lot of multitasking. Renew your car registration online, buy gifts online, pay bills online, etc. If you work from home, you can also take breaks to throw in a load of laundry or dishes.
Exercise and eat well.
When I worked 55 hours a week, I was also going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week. I was in the best shape of my life, walking 10-15K steps a day. Now I have an easy office job, work at home half the time. I barely work 40 hours a week but feel like an old man. It's a struggle to motivate myself to move around some days.
Dude, I'm a lot like you. I worked in a steel mill for like 3 years before I was laid off, and then I worked in a warehouse as a case picker and forklift operator for about 3 years. I would get about the same steps as you. I routinely hit the gym 3 days a week doing full body workouts. I decided to go back to school at 27 and got a BA in accounting. I've been working an office job for almost 4 years. I also feel like an old man. I'm 34 and I went from 165 pounds to 230 pounds. There's a lot of other factors that went into that weight gain. COVID, kids, one of which is special needs, working from home, divorce, drinking too much. Anyway, I'm proud to say my body is sore as hell. I hit the gym again yesterday after making a workout plan 4 days ago. Squats and deadlifts have my legs screaming at me when I sit down. I already walked 12K steps today. I'm not sure why I wrote all that, man. I guess maybe it's like saying if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for the upvotes. I could on and on about how I fell into depression and drinking. I had a realization about a week ago. A good one. I currently have no support system or family to speak of, just my mother is still alive. My dad, my older brother, my 2 best friends, they're dead. No one is coming. No one is coming to help you. What are you going to do about it? I was halfway through a bottle of Evan Williams when this hit me. I dumped it out. I'm taking all of this pain I've been shouldering and putting it to use. I'm going to find some support.
I also think office jobs are more mentally draining than physical labor. With physical labor, you see the results. You see what have you done. Office job is often just numbers on the screen. Edit. I used to work in care home for night shifts. It was like 2 hours before everyone went to sleep. Then I could write my notes and sleep for 8 hours. I was so exhausted mentally and physically after that shift. When there was emergency and something actually happened, I was way less tired.
I agree 100% with this. I'll be honest, I was much happier picking cases and driving a lift than I am sitting at a desk. I'm a government auditor. Yes, it's just numbers on a screen to me and a lot documentation. I feel like I die a little more inside each day I sit on my ass staring at computer screens typing away. And I do feel more exhausted than I ever did at my other jobs. Anyway, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm looking for something else career-wise. I can't do this sedentary lifestyle for work much longer.
How do you deal with fatigue at work? Tell us about it in the comments below this video. Check the box if you like this video, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss new cool stories. Thanks for watching, see you soon.